Pedigree, heart, speed. Creatine, lifetime earnings of over $2 million. Built for excellence.
Creatine has the lead. They're coming down to the line. Creatine!
It's still Creatine there by 2 lengths, and Creatine wins pillar to post.
Creatine, standing at Diamond Creek Farm.
Derick Giwner, along with Matt Rose,
Who
here
else?
at DRF headquarters, to talk about harness racing once again. We have the harness spotlight for January 11th, 2019. We're going to focus on racing on Friday here on the East Coast because we might get snow on Saturday, and I don't want to talk about races that are going to get canceled.
I heard like a trace, a
Well,
coating.
isn't a trace enough for Yonkers to cancel? You know?
Of course, yes. The hint of snow, it might be enough for them to cancel. But I'm confident they're going to get some racing in this weekend. But like you said, you want to zero in on some Friday races, you're the boss, so it's your call, and I'll just smile and agree with whatever you say, even though
So
you
true.
give out the loser after loser. But go ahead.
We're going to focus on races at the Meadowlands and Yonkers for Friday. We picked one out for each. They both focus on the fillies and mares. We're going to start on the 7th race Friday at the Meadowlands, which is a non-winners of $15,500. It says $15,000 on the screen.
Yeah, tack on an extra $500
so we could squeeze another horse in there, I'm sure.
Who'd we squeeze in somewhere? The 7 horse.
The 7 horse, there we
Cuts
go.
like a knife,
Cuts
squeezes
like a
in.
knife. We have a nice field here. I would say the 3 morning line favorites look like the 3 main contenders in the field.
Yeah, Storm Tracker off 2 nice wins, bumping up the ladder. One and non-winners at 5,000, non-winners 8,500. Yannick drives again for Linda Toscano, bumping up to the non-winners at 15,000. But the race, I hate to say it, but this pen pal is just, I can't. Maybe we should put her on, like, non-betters every week or something off the card.
She's a frustrating horse.
You think? You know what? Will she be the slight favorite again? I guess with Corey Callahan driving. Can he get her in a better position early and not be too far back? I mean, that's the big question. She's got the mid-pack post. Can she generate enough early speed? Who the heck knows?
Well, let's take a look at that race last week, because the 1A, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all come out of that race. And even Yannick, who's second over here with the 9, is going to be racing in the Yonkers race, itty bitty. And you can see, you see Corey Callahan's like 4 wide and like 7th right now, trying to make ground with Pen Pal.
She storms home. There's always an excuse somewhere. Blocked in, sits the rail, too far back. Which is why I just have such a hard time using her on top. And the horse that you see winning gamely is
Delightful Memphis.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at, you know what, there's no space between the Memphis and the N, so it's like I got all tripped up. I guess they ran out of characters. Delightful Memphis N, stuck outside in post 10 with 9 betting interest in this race. All she has to do is get out and get some sort of forward position again. Can she get ahead of Pen Pal again? I think that's the big riddle here. And if she does, I don't see any reason why she can't grind down this field yet again.
Quite frankly, that's the way I went. I went with Delightful Memphis mainly for the fact that I think she's going to be a good price again. I mean, you got $350 on her last week, $350 for $1 last week. I think you're probably going to get around 3 to 1 here, and at 3 to 1, I'm willing to take a shot with a horse that basically beat all these horses last week from an outside post. The start before that was just in an absolutely, a tough spot with a preferred handicap versus Darwin on the beach, who would probably be 3 to 5 in this field. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't come back with her again. She's going to have to get a decent trip or get lucky a little bit.
Just get forwardly placed.
But we're getting a good price,
If she's behind Pen Pal, can she outkick Pen Pal home? That's a good question.
But whoever gets behind Pen Pal.
I'm just hoping that she can get tactical position in front of Pen Pal again. And I don't think she has anyone else to worry about in this race. We mentioned Storm Tracker. I'm not that thrilled with her. Sharp moving up. I'll use her underneath. I'll use the entry. It's a Joe and Joanne Thompson owned entry with 2 different trainers. Chilling at the V, a couple nice qualifiers. Believe in Me has been raced okay. Could save ground again, although it doesn't have as good a post. But the key to this race is I can't put Pen Pal on top. So the one time I endorse that, that's where she'll win, and she'll pay $6 or whatever. But you know what? You can have her.
If Corey Callahan, who's driving Pen Pal, if he texted me right now and said, "Hey, I'm going to the front," I would play her. But from off the pace, I don't know.
Well, we'll just see how forwardly placed he can get her off the gate.
Pen Pal, huh?
No.
Oh, who did you go
Delightful
with?
Memphis. I'm going to jinx you.
We both went Delightful Memphis. Oh,
with Pen
God.
Pal underneath and the entry Chillin' to V and Believe in Me underneath also.
All right, on that note, we're going to move on to Yonkers Raceway. It's race number 6. It's the open handicap for fillies and mares. We handicapped only the 8-horse, Made of Jewel Oz. I don't know, maybe trainer Ricky Bucci is in not a good favor. I don't know how he ended up in post 8
We
assigned.
can spend the next 5 minutes discussing how this is not an open draw. It's 1 through 7 drawn, post position 8 assigned. So the first thing you look at is, wow, Made of Jewel's Oz must just lay over this field, and she doesn't. I don't. Like I said, we could spend the rest of the video just talking about that and how illogical this is, and how she's banished to the 8 hole and will probably be 50-1. When you have a post 8 assigned, you got to figure that she lays over this field. I don't get it at all. Also off over a month, as a bunch of these horses are, with Yonkers not having raced over the holidays. So impossible to endorse her on top. Kind of tough to endorse the 2 horses to the inside, our Dudes, a Lady Best of Jenna on top. Listen, this is a pretty weak open.
It's one of those races where they say you fold the program over and you don't have to look at the horses on the outside.
I guess. I mean, the only horse that Made of Jewel's Out shows an open handicap win 2 back, but that was from a much better post with Jordan Stratton driving. You don't have Stratton driving. He's driving Best of Jenna. For his brother training, Corey Stratton. You have Troy Byer, who's been driving a lot of horses for Ricky Bucci Barn and had been doing well at the end of last year, last few months. So I got no problem with that. I just have a problem with him with the horse on the outside. So I just think she's a toss. Where does that leave you? That leaves you inside. Who's the most logical here? I guess on paper, you probably have to say Itty Bitty, who we saw in that clip at the Meadowlands. You got Jason Bartlett driving for Andrew Harris. Horse is always ready. Horse has a recency edge on these. Having raced last week when a lot of these hasn't.
Does Itty Bitty get?
She has speed. She can leave.
Does she really have a lot of early speed?
She has early speed. I've seen her.
She was racing the non-one as a 10,000 here, and we didn't see her.
But this is the thing.
front.
I'm talking about her being the most logical in an open handicap at Yonkers, and her last win here was in the non-one as a 10,000. But that just shows how soft this field is. I just think form-wise, having a recency edge, good post, Andrew Harris, Jason Bartlett just makes her the most logical choice in here.
I went a little bit of a different way. I'm going to go with the 4 Culinary Delight.
I do have a circle next to Culinary Delight also.
Owner, trainer, driver, Larry Stahlbaum. I mean, coming off, the last race was obviously a month ago. Was racing in Saratoga, and they were closed. Yonkers was closed. Won the open handicap up there. Has been a solid, horse in the open handicap week after week up there. She's been here before. She won 2 of 6 starts in 2018 at Yonkers. You know she's going to the front in this spot, or at least it looks like she's going to the front in this spot.
She can grind, though, also.
But,
I mean, as much as these
she can do it another way. She has won from off the pace. I think she's versatile, and, if she ends up on the lead, she's going to be on the lead probably with no one coming at her until, the first overhorse comes. I just think this is a good spot for her, and I think you'll probably get a decent price because I think the money is going to go to the 3 Itty Bitty.
The funny thing is the morning line favorite here, the automated morning line, makes the 5 Wishy-Washy Girl.
It's a wishy-washy morning line.
You got Bartlett always, drives this horse almost exclusively for Richard Banca, opts off this horse to go to Itty Bitty. There's another horse that's never been proven at this level. Race is okay, but I can't see her being the favorite. I don't even know how she gets involved. She leaves when she's in a good soft spot. This doesn't look like a spot where she can really leave the gate, although George Brennan likes to leave the gate. The 2 inside horses, Amateur Hour, doesn't really have a heck of a lot of speed. Clear Idea, a now 5-year-old, had a pretty solid 4-year-old campaign and 3-year-old campaign. Again, another horse off almost a month. I don't know how tight she's going to be off a kind of tiring effort in her last pari-mutuel race. I mean, is there anyone else you can sell me on here? Or does it look like the 2 logical ones, Itty Bitty, Culinary Delight?
I think it's basically probably 1, 2, 3, 4 in some order or fashion. I think that Itty Bitty, like you said, has a little bit of a recency edge here, but
I think that's the main.
I could also see,
here.
like I said, I could see her not leaving, and then it's sitting Culinary Delight and Clear Idea around the track with Itty Bitty coming first over, and then Culinary Delight winning.
I think Bartlett's smarter than that, though, on his home track. He knows how to generate tactical speed when he needs it. I think he will be forwardly placed with the mare.
So Matt's going to chalk it up with Itty Bitty, and I'm going to go with number 4, Culinary Delight, in race 6 at Yonkers on Friday.
Starts at pick 5.
It does start to
maybe there'll be a double carryover.
$4,800 carryover
as
on
we film
Thursday
this
at Yonkers. So if no one hits it on Thursday, that'll probably be close to what, 15,000 or so on.
Oh, way more than that. But let's not get ahead of
That's
ourselves.
a little bit of speculation. Friday action, the harness spotlight for January 11th. Good luck.